Face reveals, they should be a creator's big moment. But as history shows, they can go one of two very different ways. Sometimes, it's a total win. Take Beluga, for example, a well-loved YouTuber who finally showed his face, and the internet responded with pure adoration. Fans flooded the comments with wholesome vibes like, "He's exactly what I pictured, and still cute after all these years." But then, there's the other side. The side that Dream, one of Minecraft's biggest names, fell into. His face reveal was hyped for years. It was supposed to be iconic. Instead, it was a social media meltdown. The second his face hit the screen, the internet flipped. Insults, memes, savage comparisons, Dream's reveal quickly spiraled into one of the harshest backlashes we've ever seen on YouTube. So while revealing your face can feel like the final piece of the puzzle, on YouTube, it's always a coin toss. Will they love you? Or meme you into oblivion?
Hi.
Holy shit, I left the stove on.
Feels so awkward. Talking to a camera.
When Dream dropped the mask, the internet went feral. His face didn't just pop up on YouTube, it exploded across every platform. TikTok, Twitter, reactions, memes, it was absolutely everywhere. People weren't just watching, they were laughing. Entire channels uploaded reaction videos just to mock his appearance. And to top it all off, he trended under the phrase "It is ugly." Yep, that's what Twitter chose. And if that wasn't harsh enough, "Put the mask back on" also went viral. Imagine gathering every ounce of courage to show your face to tens of millions, only to be memed into hiding. That's not criticism, that's digital cruelty. This wasn't just a moment of embarrassment, it was a full-scale takedown. The backlash was so severe, Dream basically ghosted the internet. He retreated, masked up again, and disappeared from content for months. And the worst part? He wasn't even ugly. Just normal. A regular-looking guy. But people didn't want normal, they wanted some fantasy-filtered Adonis they had built up in their heads. Now compare that to someone like Corp's husband, a creator who never intended to show his face. He rose to fame during the Among Us craze, carried by his mysterious aura and signature deep voice. So what happens when fans obsess over mystery, and reality doesn't match the fantasy? Stick around, because Corp's story takes a totally different path.
Corpse, what's going on?
Hello, friend.
Wow.
What?
Kicks like Uno, kicks like Uno.
Wait, what?
Corpse's voice is like infrasonic bass.
Is that real? No.
Oh my god.
It's real, believe me. He sounds like God and the devil should sound like.
I don't know. I guess I haven't done a face reveal, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Guys, who is Corpse?
Well,
I'm
I just
totally
assume
fine
that
with
someone
it.
with this voice might look like, you know, they don't look like what they sound like.
You're accurate. You're completely accurate.
He doesn't
Everyone-
look like what he sounds like.
Remember how everyone thought Donkey
I
was
feel
black?
like your voice is touching me. Is that a weird thing to say? I feel like your voice is hitting a part of my
Pokey,
ear that's never been
I'll
hit
answer
before.
that.
You've probably noticed the internet absolutely lost it over his vocal style. Major creators couldn't help but heap on the compliments. Jacksepticeye went so far as to declare his voice the ultimate fusion of celestial and infernal. Then Pokimane jumped in, claiming his sound was almost corporeal, like the audio waves were caressing her. When A-list influencers heap that much praise on you, your audience count shoots through the roof. But it isn't just subscribers, it's a cult of devotees, worshipping every syllable. And here's the catch, when you're elevated that high, one misstep and the same crowd will tear you down in an instant. Corp's husband even admitted in an interview that he was fully aware how precarious that kind of hero worship can be.
For people that think it's me, then I can't imagine if it was actually me.
Because people treat popular people as if they have no feelings and no heart.
In people's heads, I'm more of like a character or like a brand or like an anime character or something.
Yeah.
So they don't treat me as if I'm an actual person.
He understood just how unforgiving the online world can get. Paired with his ongoing struggles with mental health, that awareness led him to admit, during that very same conversation, that unveiling his appearance was something he'd probably never go through with.
Are you ever going to do a face reveal?
I don't think I'm gonna face reveal on purpose anytime soon. It's just way too much now. Since I've grown so much, I feel like everyone's staring at me every time I leave my house, so it's gotten scarier.
Do you have to like change your voice when you're out in public?
I avoid talking at all costs anywhere in public.
Knowing what he said before, the events that followed feel way darker than they should have been. Despite openly expressing that he had zero interest in showing his face publicly, the internet didn't care. Users began prying into his personal life, digging deep, until someone eventually leaked a photo that they claimed was him. But let's be clear, there was never any solid proof that the image belonged to Corpse. It was pure guesswork. But that didn't stop the internet from treating it like gospel. And the moment that picture made the rounds, people immediately started mocking it. Not what we expected, tweets read. He's not what he hyped himself up to be. Which made zero sense, because he never sold an image. Never claimed to look a certain way. Never even teased it. So how could he be accused of false advertising? Worse still? A lot of this backlash was coming from his own audience. People who followed him. Subscribed to him. Fans who suddenly turned hostile. I even found an old post while digging through the chaos, someone saying, "I saw people bullying Corpse over a leak. It's disgusting. No wonder he kept his identity hidden." And remember, no one even knows if the photo was real. Could have been anyone. But because people believed it was Corpse, they unleashed a flood of hate onto a stranger's face. He actually spoke about this kind of scenario in that same earlier interview, almost like he saw it coming before it ever happened.
And I've seen some people, spreading fake DMs that have been photoshopped to show like, oh, Corpse revealed his face and look what he looks like. And I know, because I've seen you, granted you had a mask on, but I've seen you, you don't look anything like these people. But these poor people are getting completely shit on for looking that way.
They're taking the pictures from real life people. I don't know if they end up seeing it, and then because people think it's me, they just shit all over it, even though they're normal looking people. So that's what normal looking people get. For people that think it's me, then I can't imagine if it was actually me.
Because people treat popular people as if they have no feelings and no heart.
At one point, Corpse's husband was everywhere. His voice, his presence, it dominated the internet. But in a bizarre twist, everything changed almost instantly. Roughly a month after unsettling leaks began spiraling out of control, Corpse did the unthinkable, he vanished. Since late 2021, not a single upload. No live streams. Practically no social media activity. It was like he hit the brakes and never looked back. For someone who was once a daily presence in people's feeds, the silence was deafening. But honestly, you can't fault him. When simply wanting to be left alone turns into strangers digging through your life, exposing your identity and mocking your appearance, it's no longer just fame. It's a nightmare. And maybe disappearing was the only way to stay sane.